So 9.5 is just going to be taking word problems, but they're going to translate into inequalities instead of equations. So what I did was I put together a chart for us because we need to know what terms are going to be used to translate inequalities, because there are going to be different terms that we see. So, can anybody think of a word that would mean greater than? More. So it would have to mean more, larger.
Greater.
How about over? Like if I say, I need over 30 pounds of chocolate. Can I have 30 pounds? No. Can I have 31? Yeah. Okay, so over also works. Can you think of anything else?
2 months, a lot.
Maximum would say that could we equal something? Like if I say my maximum price range is $30. Would I be willing to pay $30? Would I be willing to pay more than $30? No. So it could be equal to that, right? Okay. What about greater than or equal to? What words mean greater than or equal to? How about no less than? I want to purchase no less than 5 candy bars at the store. Would it be okay if they only had 5? Would it be okay if they had 4? No, because I want no less than that. So that would be greater than or equal to. Anything else? You said maximum. What would be the opposite of that? Minimum. Minimum means greater than or equal to.
Same as.
Not same as. That would be equal to. Anything else? At least. At least means that I can equal the smallest amount, but I can't go smaller, so it would be bigger than that. That's good. Okay, let's think about less than. Anything mean less than? Less. How about smaller? What's the opposite of over? Under. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, less than or equal to. What can you think of? Maximum. No more than. I want to pay no more than $50 for that sweater. I'd be willing to pay $50, but I'm not willing to pay $51. Maximum. Or what else? What could be another one? If greater than or equal to was at least, what would less than or equal to be? At most. Okay, so we got 3 words for each one. That sounds okay, right?
No more.
No more than. We got that one.
Thanks for taking one. No more.
Okay. Okay, examples 1 and 2 are just translating. There's nothing to be solved. So, let's look at it. Example 1, the maximum altitude that a plane can safely fly at, what in the world? That a plane can safely fly at, is 35,000 feet. If the word is maximum, what would the inequality be? Less than or equal to. So how would I write this? X less than or equal to what? 35,000. For the first 2, all you're doing is translating, then we're actually going to solve them. Okay? Do example 2. Miss Smith needs to fix her car and wants her total bill to be lower than $150.
Got it.
What would that be, Jared?
X less than 150.
X less than 150. Okay? So I don't want to pay $150. I can pay $149, but I don't want to pay $150. Make sense? Okay, so example 3, you're going to translate and then actually solve it. Now remember, these are word problems. So we have to write our answer in a complete sentence, okay? But let's solve this one first. Joel and Matt must save at least $50 to buy a special present for their mother. Matt saves twice as much as Joel. I'm going to underline that because that's important information. How much did Joel save? Who do I not know? Do I not know Matt or do I not know Joel? Joel. I don't know Joel. So let's let X equal Joel. Now I'm adding Matt and Joel together, right? So that's going to be X plus what? How much did Matt save? 2 times X. So X plus 2X is not equal, oh, hold on, we have to finish, at least $50. So which inequality is that? Greater than or equal to 50. So they need at least $50. Okay, so let's finish solving. X plus 2X? 3X. So we get 3X is greater than or equal to 50. How do I solve for X? Divide by 3. Now, I did not plan ahead. You're going to get a decimal here. We're going to get X greater than or equal to, it's a repeating decimal, so stop at 2 decimal places. Got 6, 7.
Okay, I meant that.
I got X greater than or equal to 16.666666666, so 6, 7. Is that a complete answer? No. We want to know how much Joel saved. Now this is in terms of inequality, so we have to write our answer in terms of an inequality too. So we would say Joel saved. If my symbol is greater than or equal to, what would be a good word to use for greater than or equal to? No less than, or how about at least? I would use at least because that's what this uses. It doesn't really matter though. So Joel saved at least how much? $16.67. So that would be your answer. Okay, so he saved at least that much. Could he have saved more? Yeah, but we know that he at least saved that much. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's pretty much everything we've done. Just they don't ask anything about Matt. They just want to know how much Joel saved. So we can stop there. So you have to read the question to know what your answer is. 2 more, guys. And then you'll have time to do your homework. Okay. Your test grades are 85, 74, and 91. What is the lowest grade you can get on the next test and have an average of at least 80? Okay, how do I find average? Add it all up and then divide by that much. Okay, so what am I going to be adding up? 85 plus 74 plus 91 plus anything else? I have the next test. Do I know what I got on the next test? Nope, so it's going to be plus X. We have to include the next test, right? So let's define it. X equals score on next test. Because if your mom goes and looks at your notes, she's not going to know what the heck X equals, right? So you have to tell her. Okay, divided by what? Because we're taking average.
4.
divided by 4. Okay, so this is going to give me my test average because we're taking the average of 4 scores. Okay, I want at least an average of 80. So what inequality is that going to be? Greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to what? 80. Okay? So when I take the average of all my tests, I want that average to be greater than or equal to 80. Okay, what can I do next? We can add all these guys up, right? So 85 plus 74 plus 91, what does that give me? Okay, good. So that's all 250 plus x, right? Divided by 4. Greater than or equal to 80. Now I can multiply both sides by 4 because this and 4 are going to cancel, right? So that will give me 250 plus x greater than or equal to 80 times 4. 320. Now what? Subtract 250. So that gives me x greater than or equal to 70. Is that an acceptable answer?
Nope.
No. How could I write that in a sentence? You must score I don't know. No less than, at least 70. I don't know if it's percentages. On the next test. Well, it's a word problem, so your answer has to be in words. Make sense? You guys good? Okay, last one. Example 5. Mike receives a base pay each week for 40 hours of work. He then receives $14 per hour for any additional time he works over the 40 hours. How many additional hours would Mike need to work to receive a weekly paycheck of at least $882? Question for you. Does the $700 change at all? No, it doesn't really. Even though he's working 40 hours, it's going to be $700 regardless, right? So that's going to be $700. Now he gets $14 an hour for any additional time. So what would X equal? X equals how many additional hours, right? So X is additional hours. So he gets $700 regardless, plus what? 14X. $14 times the number of hours he works. Extra. At least, what symbol is that? Greater than or equal to. How much does he want to make at least? 882. This should be easy. This is a two-step equation. What do I do next? So that's going to give me 14x greater than or equal to 182. Divide both sides by 14. So x is greater than or equal to what? 13. Okay, write it in a complete sentence. Mike must work at least 13 additional hours. Okay.